What is up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and I'm back at you with another video, and this is your Thirsty Thursday video, and I got a fantastic one for you. But what I need you to do right now is I need you to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and I need you guys to come along with us on the journey and check that description tab out. Tons of tools and tidbits to make you a more successful trader. Now, if that sounds good and you're ready to rock it with me, then all I got to say to you is follow me, and let's go to work together. Traders War Room, let's get it. Welcome back, team. I want to invite you to come trade with the bulls. Traders War Room truly has something for everyone out there. And whether you want those real buy and sell alerts, you want the algo signals, live bell-to-bell trading, mentoring, live classes, or a community that's just fantastic. Like I said, something for everybody. The question I have for you is, why are you not part of Traders War Room? Come trade with the bulls and join today. All right, team, let's check on some alerts. And I have to toot our horn because Traders War Room has absolutely killed it. First, let's talk about that YouTube trade that we gave out on Sunday's Motivator. It was chewy. Man, a $36 put went from 186 to 420, and it doesn't get much better than that, guys. Fantastic trade, and that's 6 for 6 on our YouTube trades. We followed the trend in some airlines. UAL went from 134 to 217 and closed out a DAL, went from 96 to 209, and it doesn't get much better than that. Unless, of course, you're Traders War Room and you keep putting out the hits. I want to remind you of our NVDA swing trade that we alerted on August 19th. We got into a 165 put at $275. I alerted the contracts today. People, we were at $3,000 per contract. That is life-changing moves and shakers right there, okay? If you're not part of Traders War Room after seeing this particular trade, then I don't know what will get you part of Traders War Room, because you obviously don't like money. So if you want consistent alerts over and over and over, just like the ones I showed you, join Traders War Room today. Find all the information at traderswarroom.com and come get this fire with the bulls. All right, team, let's get into what's hot and what's not. Let's talk about the buzz report. Here's how your markets closed. Everything was kind of wishy-washy, and then it started spiking up a little bit, turning green, and the only one that ended up closing red for the day was the NASDAQ, but barely. NASDAQ did fairly well, but at the end of it, it couldn't hang on to them gains, so it came down a little bit towards the end of the bell. Futures about 50-50. I'm expecting some more volatility in the market, and even if we have a little bit of a rally because we've had such a down week, I still think that we have some more downside coming, so definitely don't get too used to the bull side of the house, because I definitely think the bears are still presently in the game. And in case you like pictures, here's a picture representation of the market. This is the S&P 500, and you can see where the money is in the big blocks and where the sectors that did well and struggled. Here's your sector performance. Healthcare and utilities were kicking it, with energy and materials lagging. Now, materials was really behind a couple days ago, okay? So I'm watching this particular sector very carefully. I think that we're looking for probably a little bit of rejection from the bottom levels for a bit of a relief run in this particular sector. So definitely paying attention to materials. Here's your calls versus puts, and we're about 50-50 across the board, so you can definitely see where the big money flow is at. They're unsure, okay? The sentiment of longevity is not there, so people are being very cautious. They're not saying they're not going to go long, but they're saying that we're not going to go very long, okay? Everyone's making quick moves like a boss on the low, so just be ready and have your head on a swivel and be paying attention. And here's your dark pools. And if you haven't been paying attention, man, Triple M has been kicking it with some dark pool trades here lately. So you got to pay attention to that ticker. Anytime you see that type of thing where it's been the top 1, 2, or 3 for the past few days, you kind of have to start thinking, man, maybe there's something that these big money people see in this that we're not tracking, okay? So definitely paying attention to Triple M, of course, SPY, and you got the Qs and the other ones that we're paying attention. I got some of the charts coming up here in a few moments. Here's your top trending stocks, and I definitely have some of these charts coming up, but these are the ones, the top 30 right there, that have the most talk about on social media, the most volume that's pumping into them. And anytime you see that, that's what we're talking about when we're following momentum trades, okay? We want to follow where the big money's going. We also want to follow things that are moving and shaking, especially if we're trading and we're not really concerning with investing. All right, so the S&P 500 snaps 4-session losing streak with payrolls on deck. So a late rally helped the S&P 500 snap a 4-session losing skid on Thursday, with investor focus turning to a key report on the labor market on Friday. That's a key thing that we're paying attention to, okay? So that's kind of a lot of bullish sentiment going into there, but do not be surprised if we get any hints of negative news that the market will take another dump and tumble. All right, and you guys saw the semiconductors definitely having a field day. I just showed you that killer trade, and here's the reason why, okay? New restrictions on exports of cutting-edge chips from NVDA to China have signaled an escalation of U.S. crackdown on Beijing's technical prowess and alarmed investors already worried about the industry's downturn. So definitely paying attention, okay? NVDA and AMD. Now, not all semiconductors are embedded as deeply with the China market. However, these two particular ones, that is a huge revenue on their particular system. So definitely paying attention to this as we move forward. And finally, oil firms on bet that OPEC will talk up output cuts to stem sinking prices. So oil prices climbed on Friday on a bet that the OPEC will discuss output cuts at a meeting on September 5th. But the benchmarks were still on track to post their worst weekly drop in over 4 weeks on fears that COVID-19 curbs in China and a weak global growth will hit that demand. So definitely paying attention to oil. So let's look at some charts. What looks good and what has potential? What can make us some money closing out this week and beyond? All right, starting off with SPY. I'm still bearish on SPY, even though we had a decent jump today on some potential, maybe not so bad news tomorrow's report. I want you to be cognizant that if we get any inkling of any negative type of news, SPY is going to dump and we're going to come back down to recent new lows. Now, we could have a relief rally on some bullish news. However, I need you guys to understand I'm still very bearish on the market currently, and I think that it would be a short-lived rally and we still come down pushing into September and into October. City, bullish on banks, guys. Even though we have a little bit of a dump, I think that we're going to hit a consolidation point and that in the long run, we're going to go up. So I'm looking into October contracts for call options, and they're fairly priced right now, and I think it gives us enough time to wait out some volatility and also make some decent money off some at-the-money, in-the-money call options. Build-A-Bear Workshop. I just don't have a feeling that this business has much longevity anymore. I think people are able to purchase these things online from cheaper retailers rather than go to the actual Build-A-Bear workshops and spend the ridiculous amount of money for these. I think the bears are cool. I bought my kids stuff like this, but it's a dying trend, and I think we continue to go down a matter of time. So I am definitely bearish on this, and I think we go below $10 sooner than later. Bearish on Starbucks. I know that with the brand new CEO is bringing some enjoyment around here. I think that we could see a little bit of another rally on this particular ticker, but I think it's going to be short-lived because I just think overall globally for them, the money is not there yet, especially with COVID closures still happening over in China, which China is a huge part of their revenue. I think that we come down to break through this current level of support that we have after this bullish run that we had today. And with that said, guys, here's your next free trade alert. Let's make it 7 and 7 successful killers that we push out on Traders War Room YouTube channel. All right, and here's how we're going to trade this one, okay? We're going to use a trigger point type of trade on this. So I got the top set at about 86.92. You can call it 87, right? And I got the bottom at 83.32, 83.25, 83, whatever you feel comfortable with. But when our triggers hit, that's the direction we're going to go. If we close above the $87 on a 5-minute chart or a 15-minute chart is best, we're going to go with calls at the money, in the money as much as we can afford. If we close below the 83.32 or 83.25, we're going to go with puts at the money, in the money as much as we can. And here's my idea of contract. And if our call gets triggered, this is the contract I'm going with this October 21st, the 92.5. I want to get the best price possible. So once the trigger's pulled, I'll go into the 5-minute chart and I'll look for my entry, getting the best price I can for this particular contract. If the put side of the house is triggered, then this is the contract I'm going with, the October 21, $80 put. And again, same concept. Trigger goes off, I go into the 5-minute chart, and I'm gonna look for my perfect entry with the best price possible so I can make that money. I'm bullish on this one, but this is one of those that you want to be very careful with. I had a contract on this a while back that I sold actually for a loss, and I'm kicking myself in the butt because it was a $5 call that I had all the way pushed out until like 2023, and this thing decided to start having its run day and a field day because of, you know, some short news and some bullish news and stuff like that. So I'm kicking myself in the butt, but I don't want to miss the train on this again. However, it's going to be very volatile. It's going to move very quickly. And I think this has some of the Wall Street bets backing. So just expect a lot of volatility and a lot of big, huge, dramatic movements. Okay, so try to get in as low as you can. And I would just be day trading this as it continues to move on momentum. Bearish on AVGO. I think communication services are struggling, okay? And there's a lot of issues with what's going on with this particular industry. And I think we could have a little bit of a rally, a little, you know, ups and down from this low level that it's hit. However, I think after we subside a little bit, we're going to come back down and we're going to retest that lower level of that fib line that I have on this chart. And that's where we can ride puts down to that level before we get a potential serious rejection from the bottom. Bullish on Lulu, guys, and I put into a trade right at the end of the market bell, went with a Lotto call, and I'm going to show you the chart because this one's not showing the actual chart of the after hours, just showing you on the day. But I got a feeling, guys, tomorrow when that bell rings, we're going to be able to book some profits on this, and that's a fantastic trade. Lulu definitely killed it on earnings, and I'm telling you, it's all the craze in the brand and retail sector. And here's that after hours chart of Lulu. You can just see what happened on their earnings, man. It went from the bottom and it just skyrocketed up, and we ended up trading into this trade at the bottom. So there's no reason why we don't make money on this. And there was the alert. This was the trade I got into, that Lulu 325 call to September, and I got in for 127 per contract. Went in with about 20 contracts, so I'm hoping to come out squeaky clean and green on the outside when that bell rings at 9:30. And one of my favorite semiconductor stocks, and I'm bullish on this, is on. This has a different business profile than AMD and NVDA, and I do like this for continuation to the upside. It could definitely follow in suit with some of the other semiconductors. However, I went ahead and went long and pushed it out to 16 September. Give us a little bit of time to go ahead and wade some choppy waters, and I'm pretty sure, I'm high conviction that we're going to be able to come out squeaky clean with some green. All right, team, that's the video. Next up is hot upcoming Traders War Room products and services. If you're not into that, then thank you for joining us. I'll catch you on the next one, and as always, let's go to war. For those of you that want to rock on and see what we have to offer, then let's get at it. Getting a lot of requests for Traders War Room one-on-one mentoring, guys. If you need assistance with developing skills, gaining confidence, receive some guidance, refining your strategies, or you just want a pro's perspective and exploring new plans of attack, book a session today with one of Traders War Room analysts, and we will get you squared away. Every purchase receives a recorded copy, and every session is focused on you. We truly believe that every battle needs a battle plan, and we hope you build yours with Traders War Room. Check out one of our upcoming classes or one of our historical classes. We have everything on all sorts of various styles and techniques from pro traders, and you are not going to beat the content or the quality that we put out for the price. Every person that purchases an upcoming class receives the recorded copy via email, and if you purchase a historical class, you get to view it 24/7 on the website, just like you would on YouTube. If you want less noise and just alerts, check out Traders War Room Instant Message Alerts. They come through via text message onto your phone, and we have 2 channels. You get one channel that are strictly just for alerts, and the other channel is the lounge, where you can connect and chill and chit chat with other members. Guys, if you're overwhelmed in the platform that you're at, or you want a simpler approach to making money, check out Traders War Room Instant Message Alerts today. And finally, if you're serious about trading, then I highly suggest you take our Traders War Room Option Fundamental course. You can learn more at traderswarroom.com. Options University and check out our promo on YouTube. But basically, it's a formal course that's 6 weeks long. We got 2 classes per week. The registration is still open. The class started on 30 August. We just finished our first week of class, but every class is recorded. It's posted in the virtual classroom, and I'm telling you, if you are serious about trading, don't wait. Sign up today and come get some and learn truly how to make money for a lifetime instead of just make money here and there with some good old alerts, okay? We're from the cradle to the grave. We're teaching you everything fundamentals on how to be an excellent options trader. All right, and that is it, guys. Finally, I want you to quit wasting that money that's not making money. I think you should join Traders War Room today if you're not already part of it. The link's in the bio. Go to traderswarroom.com, read what we're about, find out if it works for you, and then come get some with the bulls. Here's all the links to all of our popular products and services so you don't miss out. And with that said, from all the staff at Traders War Room and our official Battle Buddy Rocket, I want to thank you for bringing us along your trading and investing journey. And I want to remind you that Traders War Room looks at the stock market like a war zone. The stocks and sectors, those are our battles. We do it together as a team. We're attacking, we're conquering, we're destroying, and we're always going to war. If that is something you can get down with, then all I got to say to you is follow me and let's go to war together. Traders War Room, have a great night.